What's up, everybody? It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, share the video, like it. Hey, man, first and foremost, man, I appreciate all the new subs that came by. You know, and I do want to apologize for the driving videos. I try to do the driving videos as least as possible. But I wanted to talk about this movie that I watched, man, and tell a story pertaining to the channel. You know, recently I checked out this movie, man. It's called The Social Dilemma. And it was a super important movie, man. So I want to give all my subs, I want to tell y'all, man, if you have time, go to Netflix, man, and watch The Social Dilemma, man. The Social Dilemma is going to explain to a lot of you out there what's going on in the world right now, with the riots, with everything. And it all comes back to our phones, man. And being that I said that, I want to relate this to my channel, and being that I watched the movie and being that I was on the inside, I want to talk about a couple things. You know, one thing I can positively take from being behind the wall, from both my bids that I did, is, you know, most people that when they get incarcerated, when they're in jail, they're going to detox off whatever they got going on. You know, if the person is messing with drugs or dope or whatever have you, you know, and even if somebody's not that heavy involved with drugs, let's just say that they're drinking every night, this and that, any which way you look at it, you're going to sober up, you're going to detox. And despite all the crazy stuff that you see in jail, prison, despite all the madness that may occur, one thing that's definitely going to happen, and one of the very little positive things about being incarcerated that you're gonna go through is you're gonna get off the drugs, you're gonna get off the alcohol, and even if you don't do that, even if you don't have none of those problems whatsoever, what's going to happen is you're going to be confined and forced to talk to people, man. So your cell phone, which the movie is about, is out of the window. You know, you're locked down, you're behind the wall. Sure, you can make it, and when you get to prison, you can make moves and get a pipe, but it's not the same, man. It's not like you have it every day on you like you do on the streets. You know, when you're in the chain gang, you know, you're all the way sober, man, and you know, speaking for myself, anyone that's been in there, there's going to be a lot of laughs that you're going to have. You're going to laugh a lot. You know, you don't have that phone with you. You're not checking your social media. You're not locked and loaded on it, man. So there's a period of time where you get to experience, you know, going from being on the phone every day to not having it. And now you're confined with people of all different races, of all different creeds, of all different religions. You know, white, black, Chinese, gangs, you know, gay, you know, everything and in between, right, left, center, all that. You're going to communicate with people. You're going to deal with people one-on-one, you know. There's no phones. It's just normal conversation between human beings. But every so often, you know, there's going to be a cell phone that gets in, okay? Somebody's going to have it, but everybody's going to know. Now, for the dude that's got the pipe, you know, he's gonna have to show love. It's not like you could have a pipe in the chain gang and tell people, nah, man, you can't get on it. Sure, you can pay that person to get on it. You can pay that person to get on it, or you can pay him to send a message. You can pay him to check your social media, but there's no way that person can single-handedly have a cell phone and not show love to other people. That's the easiest way to get hated on. That's the easiest way to have a kite dropped on you. That's the easiest way for the police to come get that phone. You know, this movie explains a lot, man. And when a pipe comes in, and if you're able to rent that pipe, you know, let's just say for an hour, if you rent it for a day, whatever have you, you're going to turn into a zombie. You're going to be locked and loaded on this phone. You're not going to be having those normal conversations with folks. You're going to be isolated in your cell, and you're going to be locked and loaded on this phone. And for good reason, because you haven't had access to this phone for so long. But what I'm getting at is you have had some real good laughs on all the bugs in there and all the fools in there. But now this phone comes in, and it's changed your whole perspective. Okay, you've already been without it for so long. Okay, another great example that I can say this on is, you know, I've been at different institutions. Okay, no matter who you are, where you go to, every state is different. You're gonna go to a main camp, an annex, a prison, whatever have you. Some people go to drug programs. Some people go to, the church thing. There's a million things that you can go to. But what I'm getting at is, at some point, if you act right, you're going to lower your custody and get to a point where there's less rules and regulations. There's less things because you've earned your way to get there. Okay. Now take an example from me, and I'm going to have a story with this. You know, when I made my way to work release, okay, I couldn't make it my first bid because I went home late off my first bid, meaning I had a projected release date, but because I was acting up, they took my gain time, and I actually went home later than I was supposed to. On my second bid, I was able to get it down to go to a work release. I didn't go for long. I didn't make a lot of money, but one of the perks in work release was you're able to everybody's able to have a phone because they push you to get a job because the state gets 65% of what you make. It doesn't take a genius out there. If you're making $8.50 on minimum wage, what 65% of that cost? So you're really not making that much money, but you are able to have a bicycle. You're able to have a phone. Now, I watched this movie, man, and I urge everybody to watch it. It's a very important movie, but I can relate to the movie because of everything I'm telling you in this video. You know, when I get the work release, you're able to have a phone. It's not contraband anymore. You don't have to rent it anymore. You're able to have it. And, you know, I still worked out. I was still on that. But now I caught myself being a zombie, always on my phone, you know, and everybody's like, hey, man, download Insta, download Snapchat, this and that, you know. And I've said this before, when you go away for years at a time, you're way behind on technology. But when I was in work release, y'all have caught the interview with my bunkie that I just had on, where he slid by my house, and we had that on there. But meat and potatoes of this video is this social dilemma will break down how everybody is getting tricked on their phone and how much it keeps you glued to it. Now, I'll say this: when I was in work release, I couldn't get off my phone. Okay, sure, I put it down and I went out to the rec yard and I was killing it. I was killing it out there, still getting my workout in. But every living second that I had when I was in work release, I was on all the day. I was on POF, all that. I had bagged this fat chick that I burnt. I literally was talking to a Suicide Girl, if y'all know what that is. There's a website called Suicide Girls. I was talking to one of them, but I became obsessed with my phone. All right, it's not just me that did that. I had a good homeboy in there, and his name was Chad. Now, Chad was on a different level. He didn't work out nothing. He was on every social media platform there was. Okay? Chad ended up on the same things that I was on and more, but he decided to buck the whole work release program. So this dude literally did 5 years, and somewhere in the fourth year, he got sent to the same work release that I was at. Okay? He met, we were in Miami together. He met a Spanish chick, and you know, they were doing their thing, and he fell in love. He literally bucked the work release. He literally escaped. Now in Florida, we call that absconded. It's the same charge for escape. So when this dude bucked, he ran past the captain, he ran past the lieutenant, and he put it on Snapchat. And he got away. He straight up left. Put it on Snapchat. Now, y'all don't need me to tell you that Snapchat really ain't Snapchat. It goes away if you think that, but that's in a cloud, and it could be traced all day. Meat Potatoes is, they hunt Chad down. He was a white G. They hunt him down, they get him, and they book him. So he had 5 years. He did 4 in a main camp. Somewhere in that 4th year, they send him the work release. He's in there with me, and he decides to put it on Snapchat and buck. Now, when they get him, they book him and bring him to the county jail. He's got an absconding charge, okay? Plus, they hit him with career criminal for this. So the dude literally had less than a year to go. You know, he fell in love with that Miami vagina, and straight up, they brought him to the county, and dude had to bond out when the charge that he was in the work release for was over with, but he had to bond out on a hella expensive bond. Now, not only did he have to bond out, in the state of Florida, they give you a list of charges that is PRR, meaning you sign a piece of paper saying, hey, look, I'm not going to burglarize things, I'm not going to do a carjacking, I'm not going to do this. If you do any and all, you're looking at 15 mandatory. So this movie I'm telling you about, Social Dilemma, is so serious, and I urge everybody to watch it, that it literally got one of my boys all the way messed up, okay? I had got out after him, and I ended up living in Miami for some time, as I said on the Hard Intentions interview. But the dude bonded out on this case, and to this day, I don't even know if he beat it or not. We're friends on social media, but I mean, it just goes to show you, man, how cell phones work. You know what I mean? You know, I wanted to drop a story, but more importantly, you know, I urge every single subscriber on my channel to check out Social Dilemma, man. But listen, man, it's White Boy Lockdown Radio. As always, man, stay safe, stay out, and stay solid. I appreciate everybody rocking with the channel. You know, below the subscribe, hit that join for memberships. Check the links below. I salute everybody. Until the next one.